I started to see like the people I was around, people I used to hang with, same shit. We 19, we 20. It's gonna come to a point where we 40, and some of us gonna still be living with our people. Some of us going to have a job. That's what I had to think about. I'm thinking about where I'm gonna be. This is the Nate Silver Podcast. And I'm your host, Nate Silver. And we're ready to get into it. So as you know, this podcast is based off hip hop and entertainment news. And we're creating new episodes every Monday. This podcast is going to be on Spotify and YouTube only. So if y'all want to, just subscribe and, give y'all feedback, it's going to be on those two platforms only. Right. So I created this channel really to represent culture and talking about things that just happen on the daily. I'm saying so I wanted to be able to express my opinion on certain topics of hip hop and entertainment. One of the things I wanted to start off talking about comes from a post that happened on an incident that happened last night. I believe it was a shooting that happened at Lil Baby's concert, and one person was injured. I believe his name was CEO Jizzle. And, I seen a post on Say Cheese about how, he was in stable condition. And, man, I just find it crazy, man, how, after you get shot or after an incident happens to you in today's era, you know what I'm saying, you dive straight into social media and you post a video talking about what happened. I just find that to be kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying, especially after the incident that happened. Tragic incident. These type of things happen in our community and in our culture, man. And it's real sad to see, man. Like I said, Lil Baby said he had a concert. I believe it was in Memphis. They said it was Young Dolph's cousin. Yeah, they say he said he's in stable condition. So sending prayers to CEO Jizzle and everybody involved in that situation. It's crazy when you talk about just situations that involve rappers and just rappers always getting shot at or being targeted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like that's something that just happens more frequently. And I feel like it's something that just needs to be resolved, man. Because, you know what I'm saying, we're finding a lot of rappers just being incarcerated and, just being put in positions that are that just, average people shouldn't be in. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just something that I feel needs to be resolved, man. Um, what else we got? We got a. I see another post. What it say? Uh, it say. Hold on. Um, it got. I'm looking at Say Cheese post on Instagram. Um, it say Lil Papa and J. Breezy are coming out with a project together, man. Um, I used to listen to J. Breezy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, some of his music. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just, just stopped listening to him. But um, uh, he's doing a project with Lil Papa, and you know what I'm saying, they're both from the same city, and I'm kind of you know what I'm saying, I think I'm gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying, I probably I don't know if I'm gonna do reactions on this channel, but you know what I'm saying, I might listen to it, might react to it, and see how it's sounding, because um I actually listen to Lil Papa. You know what I'm saying, I listen to some of his songs, and he sound alright, so I might check out that project. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. We got some more. Yeah, like I was saying, apparently a member of YSL, YSL Polo. They say he was found guilty. Um, this was yesterday. They say he was found guilty of murder, stemming from an incident in 2020. All right, so this is if y'all are in tune with just social media and what's going on in the YSL case, y'all would know that YSL Polo has been, he went viral for some of the things he was doing on social media, like during his trial. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was I seen he was acting, just trying to, acting a little crazy, you know what I'm saying, trying to act crazy, and get a plea deal, well, get a deal that could put him in a mental institution. I'm saying he was trying to get a deal to be put deemed crazy, and not crazy, you know what I'm saying, deemed mentally unstable, and then go into rehabilitation. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, it's sad, you know what I'm saying, just seeing what's going on with these people. And yeah, it's something, I feel like it's something that needs to change. Shit, something that needs to change for real. Yeah, it's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things we're gonna cover, man. When we talk about hip hop news and culture, man, this is so we could push things forward, man. If I'm saying, when I look at the things on the internet, and I look at all these posts about these rappers and everything, what I want to do is be able to bring bring a positive light towards the culture, and really push the narrative that has already been set against us, man. As you know, I'm real big into music and arts and things like that. So when I hear some of the stories, and even some of my favorite rappers, like Jada Youngin and all these rappers who, have had tragic incidents, just happening to them, man. I feel like it's real sad. So I'm saying I feel as if it's important to always bring a positive light towards these situations. You know what I'm saying, because it's something that has a strong hold on our community. You know what I'm saying, like the music we listen to really impacts our community, and I feel like we don't realize it as much. You know what I'm saying, because we're all in tune with what's going on, but I feel like it's something that needs to be changed. You know what I'm saying, like when you have these people that are in these situations, you know what I'm saying, stuck inside the environment they're in, and they're listening to music that provokes the environment they're in, it kind of just makes more situations like this happen, like these situations happen. And so I feel like it's important we just find a better, find an outlet or find something different we could do in order to make these situations stop. And hopefully it could be something that we carry forward. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we have just talking about more of these situations. You know what I'm saying, I'm on right now. I'm looking at Say Cheese Instagram. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Y'all know I made this podcast to express my opinions on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because like with me personally, like the things I've been through, I always wanted to do something different and bring just kind of just bring a different light to what's been going on in the world lately. Like if you notice, like a lot of things like in the world like are kind of, crazy. You know what I'm saying, like the world's crazy, I ain't gonna lie. So man, it's always important to think about different ways, we could do things to just spark a revelation. You know what I'm saying, make something make things better. You know what I'm saying, make things a little bit better. So just something to think about. Yeah, we got it's crazy. YK Osiris, man. We got YK Osiris. So 2 days ago, this is the 8th. 2 days ago, they said he was in debt with a barber that he refused to pay for a haircut. Now listen, man, it's just I feel like, and this is the thing, like I feel like social media, like this is the thing when I talk about like the just the torment on rappers, if I'm saying, as far as just the trolling on social media, if I'm saying, like a lot of people just can't, this is entertainment, but a lot of people just can't wait to find a person to go ahead and pick on, if I'm saying, as far as like social media and what they doing, if I'm saying. So I feel like it's a lot of that going on in the world, like also, if I'm saying, people just like people can't wait for controversy. You know what I'm saying? People are real big. Like people love drama. You know what I'm saying? They love just that. Just talking about somebody and stuff like that. Like I feel like people just be ready for that. But yeah, they say he didn't pay for the haircut. So apparently like the barber who was like, I guess the barber who, you know what I'm saying, who cut him or whatever, made a video on social media, and it was a whole big mix up. And the barber ended up getting paid from YK Osiris, but I guess like YK Osiris came back with another video. It was kind of like just saying how he felt about social media and things like that. And I feel what bro's saying, but like I feel like some things just have to be left off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the internet just brings a whole different, like, it makes everybody like feel a certain way because yeah, people gotta realize like when it comes to the internet, like could you imagine like you on the internet and like you seeing like a whole bunch of people who you don't even know like reacting to your situation, and then like it makes it feel like the whole world is against you. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the internet, like social media makes the whole world feel some type of way about them because you have all these comments and all these people reacting to something you're doing when in reality it's just an everyday situation. You know what I'm saying? Like it probably is something so minute, but everybody's reacting to it, so it makes you feel like like everything's against you. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like social media brings like a whole different like level of stress, especially like towards like celebrities, like new like celebrities that's like popping up and got like a message. I feel like it's making them like it's really changing the world, and it's making like a negative impact some like in some ways. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's crazy. Like, and that's crazy. What else? That shit crazy. Let me see. They say DJ U giving out food and money to the homeless in Chicago. Shout out DJ U. You know what I'm saying? Another up and coming media platform. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing, man. We always respect people who are trying to influence and better themselves and better the culture, man, because that's what we live for. We live for seeing the culture grow and seeing people grow, man. That's the whole message we want to do. You know what I'm saying? We want to see things elevate. You know what I'm saying? We want to see everybody elevate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's how I see people. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to like meeting people and introducing myself, that's how I would like to view myself, seeing people. Like I see people as like what they could be in the next 10 years, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just kind of see people as what they can get from them now to boost what they, you know what I'm saying, got going on. I see people as, okay, she could be she doing her business, she could be a executive somewhere, she could be a business major somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't see people as like just what I could take from them and use that for my benefit. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people are doing nowadays. They just see you as what they can get from you, what they could take from you, and then, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of that going on. Like nowadays, people don't really care for people. You know nowadays, man. Like that's just how it is. Like a lot of people just living for the moment. You know what I'm saying they're not seeing the next 10 years. They're not seeing the next 15 years. You know what I'm saying, right now, people burning bridges. You know what I'm saying, with people who probably could have ideas that will spark. You know what I'm saying, that will spark new companies. You know what I'm saying, that will spark. You know what I'm saying, just new things in the world. So, man, like the world, and like the world right now is just. I feel like shit is just like shit is just different. You know what I'm saying, cause that's what I try to that's why I try to put my people in position to make them successful. Like everybody around me, I would like to make successful. I would like to put them in a position to be a boss. You know what I'm saying, to be. If I'm saying, to run a business, or to do, if I'm saying, to find their lane. If I'm saying, I want everybody around me to find their lane. I never want to be a person who's just using people for their gain, or, you know what I'm saying. It's always about putting people in position. You know what I'm saying, to be successful. You know what I'm saying, because why else would you be doing what you're doing? You know what I'm saying. The people you love, or the people you have a strong connection for, you should you should want them to be able to find their lane and find their avenue, so that they could branch and they could do the same for others. You know what I'm saying, that's why my brother, you know what I'm saying, he's real big into directing and you know, voice acting and stuff like that. Like I put time into, you know, building a lane so that he could be successful and be able to do what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like even my sisters, you know what I'm saying, they my baby sister, she's doing volleyball, and she's getting into you know what I'm saying, she's getting good with that. So I always want to push for my people and for my culture to be better and to be more positive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, just a couple months ago, you know what I'm saying, I was real down on myself. And you know what I'm saying, I found myself praying every day and trying to you know, trying to read books and things like that, so I could elevate my mind and be able to overcome the obstacles I was facing. And it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't easy. Like when it comes to praying and stuff like that, I feel it's not if someone ever tells you that praying is an overnight thing, then they're lying to you. Praying is not an overnight thing. Praying is not something that that'll happen overnight. It takes time. You know what I'm saying, it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be painful. You know what I'm saying, praying is painful. You know what I'm saying, it's not gonna happen a month later, overnight. It's not gonna happen a year later. But you gotta keep that faith. You gotta understand the fact that you gotta see the end. When you pray, you have to be able to see your end result, so that you understand that everything that you're about to go through and all the pain you're about to go through has an ending that is beneficial. You know what I'm saying? It has an ending that is that resolves all the issues that you're facing. You know what I'm saying? So you have to always keep that in mind when you're praying, because the obstacles you face are gonna be difficult. It's gonna be real difficult. I ain't gonna lie. And you're gonna be down on yourself a million more times. When you you know, when you doing whatever you're doing, if you're working a job, working a 9 to 5, anything like that, it's part of the pain. You know what I'm saying, it's part of the, you know what I'm saying, the path. You know what I'm saying, if you're talking to God and you're trying to set forth the path for yourself, you're gonna be faced with challenges that are built to better you and built to put you in position to be able to withstand the path, the ending of your path. You know what I'm saying, if you're about to be a professional athlete, anything like that, and you're praying to God, you want to be a NBA player, you're gonna go through challenges that are built to test you and built to put you against all odds, so that you could be able to flourish when you're a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything is just a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I had to learn, man. Like, just everything's a stepping stone. Everything is built for you to be better than you were. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm just doing what I'm doing. Like, if I'm podcasting or I'm editing videos, I try to keep that in mind, because I just so I get real down on myself. So I get down on myself from time to time. You know what I'm saying? When I'm thinking about these things, and I'm thinking about my family, or I'm thinking about all these other infractions. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, I'm always remembering, you know what I'm saying, my purpose. I'm remembering my purpose, and I'm remembering why I'm doing everything I'm doing. So, yeah, you gotta always set forth that path. But anyway, man, we got something else. I got something else I want to talk to y'all about, man. We got 1090 Jake. Alright, so 1090 Jake. Apparently paperwork has came out against him. With him involving another inmate. I guess it was when he was locked up. I believe he had a 2-year sentence, but they say he had a statement. That he wrote a statement against another inmate. He released a video that was let me see if I can play it. He released a video in which he said he wrote a statement towards the warden against another inmate. Now, see, this is the thing. It's crazy because his job is based off exposing people's paperwork, and then you see the same thing is brought against him. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because, like, I feel like certain things like that, especially like in the industry, I feel like it's a lot of like things that are hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a lot of like things that are deemed hypocritical, because like even with rappers, like when we talking like somebody for like, as like we could talk about Young Boy for example, it's crazy when your whole come up is based off just destruction. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about you know what I'm saying, you're making music and you're providing your people with houses, cars. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing, but you're pushing a message that is deemed destructive, and then you go up to the top. You know what I'm saying? You reach your destination, and then you preach stop the violence. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like to me, I feel like that's hypocritical, because I feel like it leads, like a lot of things on social media is misleading. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are misleading because these public figures are making you believe one thing, and they're pushing an opinion of you have to be this way, and the whole time it's just people like are it's like people are stirring people in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody is stirring people wrong. You know what I'm saying, like even in the culture. You know what I'm saying, like these songs like steering the youth wrong. You know what I'm saying, and then people will double back and try to correct. You know what I'm saying, what they're doing, but I feel like it's just a lot of misleading people out in the world, and these people have platforms. These people have platforms, and it's just I feel like it's just being used for the wrong purpose. You know what I'm saying, I feel like a lot of these platforms are used for the wrong purpose. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? That's why I felt like I felt like it was important. You know, just for me, I had to think about what I want to achieve. I had to think about the things I want to achieve. I had to think about like where do I see myself, and how do I, you know what I'm saying, where do I, if I were to be a leader, and if I were to be somebody who could be looked up to, what would I want to represent myself? How would I want to represent myself? I had to think about that. And I'm like, I wouldn't want nobody to be put in a negative position. You know what I'm saying, I wouldn't want to stir nobody into the way of not getting money, not being successful, or not being productive. You know what I'm saying, I had to think about how I want people to, where do I want people to go. And that's where I started to build my character. I started to think about my character. I'm thinking about like, yeah. Like, I'm saying, I need to be more, I need to set the example. You know what I'm saying? So to set the example, I had to put in the work. I had to understand the fact that I have to be the one to push forward first, and then have people follow, and have people, you know what I'm saying, under the same wing. So I had to stop, like, as far as me, I had to stop some of the stuff I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? I was going down a path of destruction. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I wasn't thinking like, okay, I'm leading people in the wrong way. I'm thinking it's me, and I'm cool, but I was leading people in the wrong direction. So that's when I had to change it up, and I had to understand that I need to change. I needed to change first, and then people will follow. Or no, not I need to change first, and then allow people to see what I'm doing, and then hopefully they'll be inspired or anything. Not necessarily follow what I'm doing, but just be inspired enough to, you know what I'm saying? I never want nobody to look up to nothing that's not positive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I'm on the path I'm on now, man, because I had to find a different way. I had to find a different way because, like, I had to, as far as me, like, I had, like, it's been times, like, I had to be rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? Go into different programs, do different things in order to get my mindset right. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't always been in the best mindset. You know what I'm saying? I've always been, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had, there's been times, like, you're going through different things, and you be depressed, or you be, you know what I'm saying? You're going through the situation you're going through. You know what I'm saying? You start to feel a certain way. So it's been times I had to double back and get myself together before I could move on and push forward. And so I had to realize, like, what I want for myself. You know what I'm saying? When I realized what I wanted for myself, that's when things started to line up. I started to think about the person I wanted to be and the person I wanted to represent. And that's when things started to line up for me. So, you know, that's what I plan to do for the culture, man. I plan to just be a positive impact. You know what I'm saying? Just make things better, make things just, you know what I'm saying, just make things you know what I'm saying, more positive, man. you know, like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm looking at. Like, as far as my channel, like this podcast channel, I wouldn't want to base my channel off controversy. Like, I wouldn't want to base it off of just having to talk about somebody so I could blow up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the person that has to be a mess and then make somebody blow up. You know what I'm saying? And then I blow up from it. I don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be the, you know what I'm saying, being that person that just sees both sides to a situation. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're talking about things I went through, like even like with me, like I've been through things that that, you know what I'm saying, I've been through a lot of crazy things. You know what I'm saying? I done seen a lot of crazy things and been involved in things that could have stopped my, you know what I'm saying, that could have stopped my momentum. So when I'm talking about the culture and I'm talking about bringing a positive light, it's because I've been able to revert the things I've done and the things I've experienced, and been able and be able to push this message of being of it, you know what I'm saying, just being on a positive track. Because you realize, you get older and you realize that it's not worth it. You feel like you realize that a lot of things that you're into being young aren't really, it doesn't matter, because it's not where you want to be in when you're 40, when you're 50. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you realize that you're doing things that are cutting your life short. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about like just being around people, just when you're around certain people, you start to see, like, you start, you know what I'm saying, you're around people, everything's cool, you know what I'm saying, you hitting parties, you doing whatever you're doing, but eventually you start doing it for a while and you get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's like a cycle, and you realize each time, and when I would be with certain people and I'm partying, doing whatever, and I'm in this cycle, I'm just seeing, like, I'm just being like I'm feeling empty. Like when if I'm coming back to the room after we just had a whole night of party and I come back, I don't feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I've achieved nothing. I don't feel like I've done anything that was to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't do nothing I didn't do anything. So I'm starting to understand the cycle. And I'm looking and I'm just thinking like I gotta do something different. Like something's just not, it's not where I want to be. Every time I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I'm ending up in a place I don't want to be. So it's like I'm doing the wrong thing, or not even I'm doing the wrong thing, but it's this lifestyle I'm living is just not consistent with where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not equating to the life I want to live at the end. So if whatever I'm doing isn't equating to where I want to be at the end, then I'm doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I had to switch up. So with that being said, I had to switch up people I was around. I had to change just how I carry myself, how I, you know what I'm saying, approach people. You know what I'm saying? Learning just how to approach people with a better level of respect. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to respect people better. Learning how to mature, basically. You know what I'm saying? Just learning how to mature. That's basically, I had to learn how to just be able to be comfortable with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And understanding that if they, you know what I'm saying, if the people don't want to be around me when I'm on this journey, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to stick with people who don't support you, or people who don't have the drive like you have to achieve their goals. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to achieve their goals, then then what is that? You don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be around. You gotta switch up your team. That's what I had to learn. I had to learn like I need you don't need to be around it. You know what I'm saying, hang with people that have your mindset, that have your best interest, that see themselves going somewhere. You know what I'm saying, listen to the things people say. Also, like listen to the questions people ask. Listen, like I'm saying, when people ask questions, they ask. That will tell you where their level of thinking is at. That it will tell you where they're at. I'm saying, so it's always important, like you take note of what people are talking about and what people are conversing about. I'm saying, because eventually you're gonna get to a point. It's gonna come to a point where it's like, okay, where do I go from now with this person? Or what am I doing with this person? Where's our relationship gonna go? And trust your instinct. I'm saying, like, it's been times like I'm with some, or I'm cooling it with someone, and I'm saying we smoking, we doing whatever we doing, and thoughts, you know what I'm saying, and you listen to yourself, and you thinking like, okay, this could happen, or I see this happening, and if you see it happening, or you see this path, or it's gonna happen, then eventually it's not gonna happen tomorrow. It's not gonna happen, but eventually it's gonna get there. It's gonna get to that point wherever you thinking, where if you could see it, it's gonna happen, and it ain't gonna change. The path you see, if you see it's already coming to that, you know what I'm saying, you need to change. You gotta change your circle. You gotta change. You gotta change your. Yeah, you gotta change. I had to learn that. I had to learn like, yeah, if they don't got my best interest, I don't need to be around them. And you become cool with that. And you maintain your morals and principles. Always maintain your morals and principles, because that's all that matters, man. Your morals and principles, and your respect for yourself, your self-respect. If you don't have self-respect, you won't have respect for another person. How could you respect someone? How could you respect someone else and you don't respect yourself? How could you respect someone else? You don't respect yourself. You done took away your morals. You done took away your principles. You done took away your way of living. You done took away, and you not respect them? Always keep your morals and your principles. Always be combative about your morals and principles. Always be combative. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with coming at somebody a certain way, for what you stand for. For, you know what I'm saying? For how you feel. You know what I'm saying? It's always stand. You know what I'm saying, for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's all that matters. Can't nobody take away what you saying, how you thinking, how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Can't be. There'll be times like I'll be real concerned with, like, and I'm a very, like, sometimes, like, man, I'll be real, like, subconscious with what other people are saying, what other people are, how other people, you know what I'm saying? I'm real subconscious. So I will always care about, like, what I had to stop caring. I had to stop being so thoughtful of what this group of people doing. With I had to stop being so thoughtful of that, and I had to think about the path I want to go to. So I had to think about my lane. I had to think about my path. You know what I'm saying, I was thinking of this. I was thinking like this before. I was thinking like I started to see like the people I was around, like the people I used to hang with. And so we all keep track of each other, so we all looking at what each other doing. And you see like same shit. You know what I'm saying? People, we graduate high school, it's same, still on the same shit, still doing the same shit. And I was thinking like, it's gonna come to a point where none of this gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come to a point, we 19, we 20. It's gonna come to a point where we 40, and some of us gonna still be living with our people. Some of us going to have a job. Some of us, you know what I'm saying? That's what I had to think about. I'm thinking about where I'm gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop thinking about what's happening now. I stopped thinking about now. The problem is we so thinking about, we so stuck on what's happening today that we do something detrimental today, and then we have no tomorrow, and we have no 10 years, 20 years. We lock up. We don't have no. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop being so thoughtful of what's happening today and what's happening at this hour. I had to stop caring about that, and I had to start thinking about 50 years. I had to start thinking 60 years. You know what I'm saying? And when I started to think like that, that's when I started to really realize what really matters. I started to think about where I want to be. I started thinking about where I really want to go in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I became cool with that. I became cool with just not worrying about what they talking about today, because tomorrow we're gonna be cool and it ain't gonna matter. As opposed to me caring so much that I jeopardize my life to stand behind something that's not gonna matter in 2 more minutes. In 2 more minutes it's gonna be gone, and in 2 more minutes I'm gonna already be locked up somewhere. I'm gonna be gone for the next 20 years of my life. When it wouldn't even have mattered 5 minutes from that moment. Always think ahead, man. Always think ahead. Always think beyond what other people are thinking. Think beyond. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was in 8th grade, man. I was in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? When I was in 8th grade, I had a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna say his name, but real good teacher, man. I had a good teacher. It's my English teacher. And back in those days, man, when I was younger, I would find myself always wanting to like be with a certain crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because they was getting the attention that I felt like I needed. Well, they was getting a certain level of respect that I was trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? And I had a teacher, you know what I'm saying, pull me I was about to walk to his class. So before anybody came into class, bro pulled me aside. He say, look, you say, he was an old dude, you know what I'm saying, but he was wise, you know what I'm saying. He said, straight up, he said, don't hang with them because they're going here. He already said, he didn't say they doing this right. He said they're going to be here. He already gave it to me. He said, hey, they're going to be here. He said, don't follow them. Yeah. Fast forward. Go through middle school, go through high school. You graduate. And you see the exact people he told me about, the exact people he was telling me about. You see that they weren't on the list when we was doing graduation, walking across, when we was doing practice, man, they weren't on that list. And I get you to you start thinking like, that's crazy. That's crazy. People you hanging around, people you it's crazy, man. You gotta trust your instinct, bro. You gotta switch your circle up. You gotta listen, and you have to pay attention. You gotta keep your eyes wide open, man. because man, this shit crazy. How you could be hanging behind someone you don't know well, you maybe you saying you in the mix, so you don't know. When you have someone who's outside the mix and they could look and they can see the whole picture, you start to think differently. You start to move differently. Like that's why, like, as I matured, I started to think about, like, I started to keep myself out the mix. Because when you're in the mix, you get involved in shit, and you never. When you out the mix, you're able to look at the entire picture. You're able to see how things are lining up. You're able to understand, okay, this happened because you're able to look at the entire picture, and you're able to understand who you would talk to, who you need to be talking to. Always stay out the mix before you start to become in contact with people. Because you get roped up when you're in the mix. You get roped up to, and you get roped up into what people talking about so much that it just becomes routine. And when it becomes routine, you start to lose that mindset, and you start to become you start to just get roped up into what people are talking about. You start to lose that mentality. You start to lose that sense. You don't see the whole picture. And then something happens and you're clueless. And that's a real thing, man. Like I said, that's a real thing, man. But this is the Nate Silver Podcast. This concludes the first episode. Hope y'all enjoyed listen to some of the messages and things that I was able to talk to y'all about. This podcast is available on Spotify and YouTube only. You can follow me on Instagram, official Nate Silver, and also the Nate Silver Podcast, which is on Instagram, Twitter _Nate Silver, TikTok official Nate Silver. Like I said, new episodes every Monday. I'm gonna try to be consistent. I'm gonna try to talk about things that are going on in hip hop each and every time we have an episode and we talk. So like I said, if you want to stream these episodes, it's only on Spotify and YouTube. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next episode. Y'all be easy.